as of now, it's holding up. We have Rashmi Bhatnagar, who is the Head of Global Equities of All Star Charts, who joins in to give us a quick check on which way the market is headed and how she's reading the charts at the moment. Rashmi, good morning and thanks a lot for being with us on CNBC TV18. I want to first start by asking you about the Nifty chart itself, because yesterday we breached that 200-day moving average, which was a psychological support for a while. How is the chart looking now and what are the key levels to watch?
Hi, good morning, Sonia. Good morning, Prashant. Nifty, for that matter, when we compare to the global indices, has been an outperformer. There's been a lot of strength and resilience coming through in this particular index. So what we're looking at from current levels is that the support comes in at 16,800, which are essentially the June swing highs that we were tracking. As long as the price trades above this level, there's no need for panic, there's no concern. But if the price does move below 16,800, it's honestly still not mayhem or panic level even then, because Nifty, for now, as of now, the market is moving in a sideways range at best. Not a bullish setup, because for a bullish setup, you would want higher highs and higher lows. For that to happen, the price has to move past the all-time highs of 600. So if we look at the price as of now, the next support that comes in would be 16,800. And we're trading in a range between 16,800 and 18,300.
Rashmi, there's some issue with your audio. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come back to you in a couple of minutes. But suffice to say that this market is looking pretty good. The Sensex is now up almost 260 points. And if you pull up the contribution plate, you'll realize that a lot of the market momentum today is coming in from some of these heavyweights from the IT space. So whether it's HCL Tech, Wipro, Tech Mahindra, all doing pretty well this morning. And some TCS, of course, is also front foot forward. But you also have HDFC and Reliance Industries that are participating. 9 points there from Reliance Industries.
So the flash at the bottom of the screen with regards to a one-time compensation likely to OMCs on LPG, which is likely to be approved by Cabinet today. We'll get our correspondent on this, but this has caused a bit of joy on all these oil marketing companies. So HPCL is at the high point of trade. We do have BPCL and IOC as well, both of them trading at the highs of this morning. So we'll just get some more clarity on this one-time compensation to oil marketing companies on LPG likely to be approved by the Cabinet today. We do have her back, Rashmi. You talk about the markets, etc. I was curious to know, while I was reading about you are a professional actor. You've acted in films. So what explains this shift from acting to technical analysis?
Well, for me, this was more glamorous. It was a better world to be a part of. Because as you can see, technical analysis is one subject where the market is a brand new day every single day. You cannot get bored of such a setup, right? Because every single day brings so many opportunities. So to me, this was more of a natural flow to move from one end to the other.
But would you like to be an actor?
This is more glamorous. This is the first time I've heard someone say that, that the markets are more glamorous than acting. But Rashmi, pleasure to have you here. And of course, as they say, the grass is always greener on the other side.
There's that green again. Rashmi, that's good to hear. So just a quick point. So you said 16,800 lower side. Right. Is there any level below which things get negated? Firmly, or you'd still give the benefit of doubt to what's happening?
So right now the market is in a sideways structure, which is it's moving in a range between about 18,300 to 15,500. That's the larger range that we're tracking. So only a move below 15,500 would negate this particular sideways move. Because we're not in a bullish structure, so this thesis is negated below 15,000.
Okay, that's still some distance away. What about the Bank Nifty, Rashmi?
Bank Nifty right now, so Indian banks are known to be one of the strongest sectors across the globe. You can compare it to XLF in the US. You can compare it to E1 Finance in European banks. Indian banks definitely outperform when you're looking at their global peers. The levels that we're tracking right now it's a sideways boom. So 42,000 and 32,000 on the downside. But as long as these levels hold, there's nothing to worry about, because we've heard time and again as to how sector rotation is the lifeblood of a market. For any particular market, a bullish market structure to sustain and to move forward, you need financials to be a part of it. You need financials to participate in that kind of rally. They don't have to outperform, but they need to participate in that rally. And right now we're seeing that sort of an outperformance in this sideways structure. where Nifty Bank is outperforming other sectors that we're looking at.
And within that, right, the chart of ICICI Bank has been very interesting. I mean, from the lows of 650 in the month of March, it's come back all the way to 880, but still a bit of a distance away from the 52-week high of 940. Do you see it get there very soon despite all the challenges? And how do the long-term charts look for ICICI Bank?
Absolutely. ICICI Bank has been one of the strongest banks to be invested in. The stock has been outperforming for quite some time. We've seen that sort of a move come through. Right now, we're tracking at 835 as the support. As long as the price trades above that, that's good for the bank. It's positive because we're looking at a longer term move. We're not looking at weeks or days. We're looking at months ahead. So as long as the price trades above 835, the next target that we're tracking is around 1,000.
Right. The other stock that I'm tracking is Indian Hotels. This has clearly been one of the stocks of this year, very close to its all-time high, even as the markets, were volatile through this period. We've seen an 80% plus sort of jump come by on that stock. What are your thoughts on Indian Hotels? You're looking at the charts of that counter too.
Absolutely. Indian Hotels has been another winner. So we have a custom index that we create of the leisure sector. This includes all the hotels, flights, travel, everything that is basically in great demand right now. Indian Hotels is one of the outperformers in this particular sector, and just through and through, there's just no doubt about it. We're looking at levels of 330. That would be the support. The price is bullish above this level with the target close to 495, 500, but definitely an outperformer to track.
You're watching Schaeffler India as well, Rashmi?
Yes, industrial manufacturing is another sector that's doing well. In this scenario, we have banking, industrial manufacturing, leisure, auto ancillary sort of outperforming as well. So Schaeffler India is part of that bullish thesis. 3,115, that's a risk management level. You can see the kind of move that has come through in this particular stock. It's absolutely amazing from those lows of 2020. The next target that we're tracking is close to 4,670 there.
Okay, and finally, just a word on crude for the slightly more longer term. It's currently around this $93, $94 a barrel mark, right? But any chances it could get above that? I mean, are the charts looking quite bullish?
The charts are actually looking pretty decent for crude as well. If you notice, if you look at the RSI, the relative strength indicator in crude oil, every time there is the most recent correction hasn't taken the RSI below the level of 50. So what we're looking at is that when during a correction, the price does not take the indicator below the level of 50, that's actually a positive sign, because in a regular scenario of a correction, it would ideally go towards 30 or 20 towards the bottom of the range. So this is actually a better setup technically for crude. In terms of rupees, we're looking at 6,400 as a support, and 10,285 would be the target level. If you're looking at levels in terms of dollars, we're looking at 76 as a support. So as long as the price trades above 76, crude is good to go. This is probably the perfect market for a range-bound trader who loves to play the ends of the game. So you sell at the resistance and buy the support. The resistance for crude comes in at 108. Post that, you could see 113 in the meantime.
All right, Rashmi, thanks a lot for joining in and giving us your views on a whole host of stocks as well as the indices and a couple of commodities as well. Crude likely to be range bound. Thank you for joining in. With that, we'll take a short break and take a cue from Rashmi's view on crude itself. On the other side, we have Manisha Gupta.